Hi guys.
Hi,
Hi.
Luis.
So I wanted today to have a discussion about the climate that we're now living in due to the coronavirus outbreak. But firstly and most importantly, I wanted to know genuinely how are you guys doing with this? How are you guys just feeling? I just want to know quickly.
Uh, I'm feeling stressed.
You're stressed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can say that I'm stressed a little too, but overall, it's okay. We can handle it.
So I feel a lot of stress and a little bit of anxiety from you guys, but your guys are still doing fine. So I'm happy to hear that you're still keeping up. So let's just start with the first question. So I before we were used to, going out, going to school, it was pretty much freeing to go outside. It was like something that was normal. And now we have this new type of reality that exists because we're in quarantine. We're quarantined. So, how, what are you letting go of? What are you the most missing? Is it like hard? So, what are you really letting go?
I feel like I'm really letting go my friends. Like I'm not talking with a lot of people as much in person. And I feel like just that like face-to-face communication is just
Yeah.
lacking and it's driving me crazy. Just like I miss my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with Jessica. I also miss like face-to-face communication, not only with friends, but just with other like random people. It was something like I don't know. It's it's different. It's so much different. And I also need like outdoors food and
You
mm,
miss you miss just the
eating out. Yeah.
eating out and everything, like
Mm-hmm.
experiencing outside. Jessica, is there something else that you're like that has changed
I
because
feel
of
like
this new
also
normal?
yeah, I feel like also it's the stress that people like now, like when you're leaving your house, people are stressed, like, oh my God, am I gonna catch
Yeah,
something? I miss that like relaxation that you can just leave, go get
exactly.
something at the grocery store and like not have to worry about getting infected. Like
Yes, exactly. Is there something that happened? Can you like some elaborate if you have like a
mm,
situation?
I don't really have like a story, but it's just mostly that like I haven't left my house for the first time, like other than today. Like today was the first day I left my house
Oh wow, from
since
the
a
beginning.
month. So
Oh wow,
it was a
okay.
What?
big change. And like,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
it's
Oh
just so
wow.
different. And I'm noticing that I'm lacking the outdoors. And it's just like,
So it was
this is what
like
fear
a
did.
little bit of a weird feeling when you went outside again
Yeah, it
for
was so
you.
weird. Hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask if you guys can reflect back on the month that we had just staying at home. What is like a frustration or just a moment when you felt like angry at the world and what was happening, or just a moment of pure sadness that you want to share?
I would like to share the moment when I was late for my deadline for one of my
Mm-hmm.
classes. It was really stressful because my laptop was lagging as well, and all this situation that I cannot just go and talk to my teacher because he wasn't answering my mail. It was all really difficult for me. And at home too, well, it was a situation when I was arguing with
Mm-hmm.
my sister, like, and in the time when I was about to start my online class, like I wanted to start getting to the class, and like it's all it was like these two situations were stressful for me the most.
So is there like a moment where you had like from my understanding you had like a like did you cry, did you have like a breakdown because of the feeling that you didn't have that like confidence and that like 100% assurance that what you're doing was the right thing to do? Is
Yeah.
it like that or something else?
Um, it's just the lack of time. I was not really good in time management, I think.
Okay. So really like you felt like you were not handling your time well
Yeah,
because of this period. Okay.
exactly.
Thank you so much for sharing that moment of frustration. And what about like Jessica? What did you experience like
Mm,
during this?
Well, since like we have like so many assignments to hand in and everything, my sister's in high school and does not have any homework because her school is not organized with like as much as Danny's right now that like they're doing online classes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is up at night constantly till 5 o'clock in the morning on FaceTime with her friends, playing music, and I'm like, I have to wake up at
Oh
like
wow.
9 o'clock and she's constantly playing music and we're constantly getting into fights. It's just so hard being in a house with the same people constantly, and I feel like that's what's causing a lot of conflicts.
Okay. Do you feel like this because you believe that it's something that was always like this, like throughout your relationships and since you girls were younger, or it's something that really came on because of the climate and this new type of normal that we're living that you like saw a different side of like her taking more advantage, or is it something that was always in like you're always like this, like arguing and bickering?
I feel like it's kind of a bit of a mixture of the two because
Okay.
ever since I was younger, my sister was
Yeah.
always like, we would always get into fights, but then as we got older, it got better. But now I think with the like with this climate and everything with the stress,
Yeah, excuse me, Jessica, just 2 seconds. Hey, Delia.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Jessica is like sharing a moment that's really important for her and really difficult to share because it's a frustration. Can you just pay a little bit more attention? I know that it's hard, but please.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, but thank you for paying attention, Delia. Just
Mm-hmm.
okay. Jessica, you can continue.
okay, yeah. So like it's just as we grew up, it got like things changed with us. But I feel like now that we're in this stressful like atmosphere now, and like we're constantly like home, it's just causing more conflicts with us.
So, okay. So it's really a mixture of both.
Mixture of the
That's what you're saying.
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Can you share a little fight that you guys had or do
Mm.
you
There was like when like what's it called? Like I came in her room because like I wanted to borrow like literally I just wanted to borrow her hairbrush because like she took it from the bathroom and she lost it on me screaming. She's like, "Get out of my room!" And I'm like, "I'm just getting a hairbrush." Like it's just
Yeah.
we're like in each other's spaces so much, and it's causing conflicts for no reason for like the dumbest thing. It's
Oh
so
wow.
weird.
So just what you're saying is that just something really small really got really big all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So I'm gonna ask another question. So what have you learned or just your opinion about how the government has really dealt with this new type of normal and being and this outbreak of the coronavirus? What are your feelings about it?
Mm, I can share the comparison between my
Mm-hmm.
hometown, between my country, and here, how the government works there and here.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we have a lot more, like a lot more serious situation here with coronavirus, and the government of Canada and or Quebec does not really like take the strict laws or rules to make people really be socially distancing. And in my country, we have like about maybe 100 people infected, and they like and
Oh
maybe
wow. Oh wow.
it's about 15 people who died, or I'm not really checking up like lately,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but I mean it's a lot more, a lot less than here, and it's a big difference. But people there, they have a curfew, and they're not going out after 8 p.m. till the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning. So there's no one outside. and you cannot drive, you cannot do anything, you just need to stay home. And I think these hours, I saw when I went out just to get a fresh air, I saw so many
Mm-hmm.
people outside at night. So, and they were close, some friends were meeting, and I think it's the government doesn't really making
Mm-hmm.
good job in like preventing the virus spread.
Mhm.
Okay, so what you is it? Do you think it's because it's like a smaller country, or do you really, or is it more like of a cultural thing that people just have like more respect or?
I feel like it's about this strategy that they use in my country. We use more Russian and Kazakh and other
So
more
there's a lot of influences. That's what you're saying.
influence. Yeah, Russia
Okay.
is big influence on our governmental system. So I think
Mm-hmm.
they do almost the same thing as in Russia. So, but in North America and Canada and States, they do almost the same thing as well. So I think there's like a pattern between.
Oh wow. Okay. So I'm really happy that your home country is doing like really good.
It's really
That's
good.
really,
Proud.
yeah, we should take a we should take a maybe a little lesson from their book. What about you, Jessica? What are just like your remarks about the how is the government dealing with
Oh
this?
my god, same feeling as Delia. They are not taking it serious as they should. Like, I am still seeing on
Mm-hmm.
Snapchat my friends seeing like other friends at their houses and like little get togethers here and there. And I'm like, the
Oh
government
wow.
isn't like,
Okay.
sure, there's that $1,000 fine if you're with someone, but like, it's not as strict. Like the cops aren't roaming around in the streets as like other countries are doing. And like this is, if they don't start doing this, like the virus is gonna continue spreading, and it's like, and people aren't gonna be scared.
And we have police in every 2 blocks, I think, or like
Mhm.
there's like certain distance that they check up on people.
Over
So
here,
no, not here.
No,
In
in her
yeah, because I
hometown.
have not seen a police car. Like I haven't
Okay,
seen one
so
either.
you feel like so what I'm understanding is that you feel like frustrated. That there's a sense of frustration there because people are not taking it as seriously.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so hopefully Jessica can run for the presidency. No, I'm just joking. But Jessica, yeah, it's really a good point that you made, and
Mm-hmm.
you should tell your friends that are like doing parties still that it's maybe not a good idea.
Oh, mhm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say just the last question here, and it's how do you think that we as a country or a society can recover from this, and how are people gonna deal with this big change that happened?
Jessica, you can go. Let me think.
Yeah. So I feel like for this big change to like just happen, just like what I said in the previous question, like people have to stay in their houses and listen to the rules, or else it's not gonna get fixed. Things
So
aren't gonna improve.
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's just things aren't gonna improve if people stay in their if people
Okay,
don't stay in their
because
houses.
I was because what you just said right now was really like interesting because from the last question you said that people already are not taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So you believe like
It's gonna get
even after
better.
it's just people are not gonna take anything because already a lot of people are not taking it seriously.
And it's just gonna take longer. This whole virus.
So how do you think it's gonna impact our school systems and
Mm.
everything?
The school systems are just gonna. It's just gonna take longer, and like we probably might not even do stage next semester if this continues because we won't know if it's safe where we're going. So
Exactly. What about you, Delia?
Oh, I think she's frozen.
We have a technical
There's a
difficulty.
technical difficulty.
The connection.
If I can.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
you're
so
good.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You can go.
mhm.
So I agree with Jessica. I can say that our society needs to be more serious about it, and it's not a joke. And
Hmm.
people need to learn how to adapt to the situation, and then it's a big change. So I think they need to stay productive at home.
So you believe people are gonna be more cautious, or people are just gonna go back to the normal, like back to how it used to be?
Uh, when the quarantine will end, I think they will be cautious still because I think I will be in the future.
Okay, so you do believe that they're gonna be more conscious. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I just want to give you guys a big virtual hug and say just thank you for this, I believe, really important conversation because we are students and we're young and we have like different perspectives about maybe adults. And I just really found it really interesting, your answers and everything. And I'm just really happy to see that you guys are doing well. So I want to thank you guys again for this conversation. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.